One of my favorite stories when we started off in this business was when we were outside in a parking lot. When we began, it was just so hot on a summer day, and we got about 5 or 6 people out there working out, and all of a sudden the automatic sprinkler system came on, and we had to move to another spot in the parking lot where there weren't cars. And when I think back to being in that situation of outrunning the sprinkler system and just being on a slab of concrete out in the hot sun to where we are now, it's just really been an amazing experience. We've gone from a $5,000 a month average to $15,000 a month on average in the last 3 months. And the feeling is great. I mean, we knew that was going to happen, but it's just awesome to know that to go from 5,000 to 15,000 with over 30% profit margin, and with the growth that we have, we're already need more space, and we just think that this is just going to get bigger and bigger.
When we entered NPE and how we decided to go VIP with NPE was our two biggest constraints in our business and growing that were time, number one, and number two, it was organization. NPE provided both of those things for us, and from the tools that you offer through Rainmaker and Easy Operator and all of those tools that are just at your fingertips, they're invaluable.
My name is Matt McBride.
I'm Kristen McBride.
And we're Tennessee Kettlebell, located in Brentwood, Tennessee. I was involved with information technology, was a senior vice president at a bank, and I did triathlons and marathons and things like that, but then I transitioned over into kettlebells, looking into kettlebells, and went and met Dave Whitley at Centennial Park to get assistance on training for the RKC. Working with him and then going to the RKC, I realized that it was something that I wanted to do as a business to get more involved in fitness, and that's sort of how it started for me.
I played basketball and tennis in high school, pretty much quit doing everything in college, and gained a lot of weight, and then after I got moved back home, started a job, realized I had to do something and get myself in shape. I started running and doing marathons, half marathons. And then Matt and I met and got married, and we kind of found this passion together for fitness and wanted to carry it out. And that's when Matt picks up with the RKC. I joined along and went and got certified as well, and realized that this could be a life-changing experience.
Our first space that we rented was actually a parking lot area was what it was, and we did outgrow that pretty quick, but even at the time it was a lot of friends and co-workers that had stayed on with us to train with us, and we moved into really an office space. It really it was nothing for fitness at all. It started to get really noisy in there and too cramped, and so we decided to move into the space that we're in now.
This is A-Game Sports Complex, the parking lot where it all started for Tennessee Kettlebell. We had lots of challenges while we were here. We were, as you can see, in a parking lot. Sprinklers would come on, we'd have to move class. One of the biggest challenges was we toted our equipment around in the car with us. So that was really hard to do. When it was hot outside, the bells would get really hot, so you had to let them cool off, and it would almost burn your hand. So it really wasn't an ideal training facility for us.
NPE is so great because there's a lot of little things that you just don't think about, that you lose sight of, and it's just been great to get that focus in the business and that organization. We had known about NPE from some things that Dragon Door had sent us some marketing stuff about webinars, and at first we didn't act on those. We just acquired the information, but we had been thinking that it was a really good time in our business for someone to go full-time into the business, and so I was looking at a piece of mail, a newsletter that NPE had sent to us, and just got the idea in my head that we need to take the next step. We need to do this. It's now or never for us to really launch into this full time. Auto Closer was really our first program that we looked at, and I thought it was phenomenal. We knew how to train people. We've done great things from a physical perspective when it comes to exercise, but the sales process that you learn in Auto Closer, I mean, it's just so invaluable. We've learned how to close better. We've learned a lot about just how to present packages. In the Auto Closer program, that presentation is given to you to use, and I thought, man, we need to put a picture of us in there because we know exactly what our clients have gone through. The biggest hurdle so far has been really some of the time management issues that may come up during the day. You are on your own. There can be times where you just nobody's watching you. You answer to yourself, and so sometimes the challenge can be just getting up and getting your work done, and you have to push yourself. If I were to give any type of advice for someone who may be on the fence, who's looking to do something like this, you really need to focus on learning from the best in whatever the business is that you want to go into, which is the path that we took. We found solid coaches at NPE to work with us to give us the organization. So if you're on the fence about running your own business, I think that's what you need to do. You need to learn from the best, and you need to be willing to get help and coaching from those that know more than you do, and try to emulate them and do what they're telling you to do in order to be successful.